Alright, I'm going to give a aquaponics update here in a second, but I just wanted to show you all this. This is a Cubanelle plant. Cubanelle peppers. They're excellent frying peppers. If you've never tried them before, I highly recommend them. I lived in Spain when I was in the military for about 7 years, and I got hooked on these little buggers. But it only grew this tall the first year I put it in, and died off in the winter. And then, to our surprise, it popped back last year. And it only got this tall again, and it was making peppers, but they were actually touching the ground. And then I discovered the secret of worm tea and started using that, and it grew into this beast. There's actually two of them here. This one is a little crowded out by that one, so it never got as big. But both of them were planted at the same time and came back. And I mean, that worm tea really makes a difference. That sucker turned into a tree. I mean, you can see it practically has bark. But the other thing is, it's like I said, we've been having freezing weather, and I'm still getting flowers and peppers as long as I cover this thing. And I guess it's just gotten so strong that it can laugh off the cold as long as I cover it up. Like I said, I'm still getting flowers. I still have some peppers here coming in. They're not very big, and they're growing very slowly, but the fact that they're there at all is kind of blowing my mind. They usually get longer, 4 or 5 inches long, and a little lighter color than this usually. Well, I guess that's about right. But I just adjusted the cage so they're a little bunched up in there. This is my little herb garden. That's my spicy Italian oregano, which is going nuts. Some creeping rosemary, I don't know what it's actually called. Thyme plant. I planted that at the same time I planted the one in the aquaponics, and this one spread into this big old thing, and that other one is still just a twig. Those are some onions. Actually green onions. I cooked using them and had just little stubs left, and I stuck them in there, and they've grown into that. My lemon verbena is not doing well at all, but it's still alive. I haven't covered it when it got cold, so I'm actually a little surprised that it's still there. It's warmed up today. We have a front coming in, so we're getting a little rain. But back to the aquaponics. This guy has gotten much bigger and spreading all over the place since I put it in. This is the thyme. When I put it in here, it was literally just almost a bare twig. I planted it at the same time as that other one. This is a lemon thyme, and for some reason it just never got any bigger than this, but since I put it in the aquaponics, it has developed leaves and bigger leaves. It looked not much different than, this is off the same plant. It looked not a whole lot different than that when I put it in here, so we got hope for it. This is the lettuce that was originally in the worm castings, and I had to take it out. It was a bit of effort to get it out of there. I left it in probably a little too long. This is the rope that was coming up through the bottom. As you can see, the roots actually worked their way into the fiber of the rope, so getting it out was tricky. But the lettuce is coming along not as quickly as I'd like it to. But the pH is so high in this system, I'm afraid that it's impeding the plant's ability to uptake nutrient. Because, I don't know, 8.3 or something ridiculous like that. And the system's so small that when I add water, it just keeps bringing the pH back up. I got this one covered because it's so windy. The wind was wreaking havoc with my tomato plant. That's what my little greenhouses kind of look like when I have them going. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep that tomato plant contained. I keep clipping it back, and it keeps pushing up against the sides and pushing up against the top. I need to get in there and clip it again. But what I've resorted to doing is taking suckers off of it and putting them in here and letting them start. And if I get to the point where I just can't keep that thing tame, I will probably pull it out and just let the suckers start to grow. So A, I have something in here using up the nutrient from the fish, and B, maybe I'll have at least a descendant of that tomato plant still alive when the weather turns warm. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and have a great one. Bye-bye.